You guys, both of you guys seem to, your assist to turnover ratio was pretty good and stuff like that. I think it's probably like that pretty most of the season, but you guys have kind of valued the ball pretty well tonight. Like a game plan, obviously. I mean, everybody wants to do that, but you guys are able to do it.
Well, Coach emphasized on it as part of our identity, that protecting the ball, rebounding, and getting back on defense. Those are the top 3 things that we focus on, and we feel like when we control the ball and control the tempo, we can beat anybody.
And it's the same thing. Ellis?
Oh yeah, I'd say the same thing. I mean, when we have a set offense, we feel like we're very versatile with our big men, our guards, with the people that we have to shoot. So we'll be able to control the ball and have a lot more assists and turnovers. You know, works in our favor along with our defense and everything. Balances out well.
And Coach mentioned last year getting another shot at Bloomfield. Stuff that was, they looked forward to that. Stuff that kind of motivation.
That was a big motivation for us in the locker room. They ended our season last year, and we didn't want to let it happen again. So that just made us play even harder from the get-go, and we didn't want to start off slow like we usually do, and that was a big boost for us.
I was looking at the stats, so I mean, you've played both these teams out here now, right? You lost both of them.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah.
You'll be
It's
mentioning,
good motivation.
You'll be mentioning it,
Yeah,
sure.
That's another motivation.
Not a bad thing.
Another thing of motivation for us.
That's
We'll just
another
take it.
motivation game for us.
We'll take it for motivation. We'll take a look at them today, see what we did wrong, and get back after it tomorrow.
Great.
You guys were here last year, looked at as leaders on this team, I'm sure. Does it seem like last year was sort of maybe the learning curve, getting into NCAA tournament play, and this year you're back, you're the 1 seed again, maybe some motivation to advance, get to the Elite Eight, get to that next level?
I feel after last year when we lost, we didn't really dwell on it as much as you think a team would. We just used it as motivation and to get into the offseason, and we felt like we could get past that point. And we're here right now, so we have stuff to prove, and we can't take anybody lightly at this point.
Ellis, when you get that double-digit lead kind of midway late in the second half, how do you guys keep focused on the defensive end, try to avoid maybe letting up a little bit, feeling comfortable with that lead?
I mean, that's the biggest aspect, is not feeling comfortable. Every team in this league, they're going to make runs regardless if you're up 20, up 30. They're going to make a run and make a comeback. No team's just going to give up no matter how much time's left in the game. So we were just prepared for it. We started standing up a little bit too much on defense, allowing the team into the middle where that's their strength. And they started getting dunk downs and rebounds and open three-pointers. So we tried to focus on doing that and keeping them out of the paint. But I mean, every team's gonna make a run. It's just how we bounce back. We bounced back pretty well tonight and was able to maintain the game.
And just one more, Eric. When the ball starts to kind of bounce around and pinball back and forth, it seemed like there were some ugly possessions both ways in the second half. How do you avoid, I guess, getting caught up in that? Because it seems like that's the way they were kind of trying to steer you guys.
We just have to stay focused. And like we said before, protecting the ball, that's our identity. And when we slow the game down and get it at our pace, our tempo, then I feel like the game is in our favor because of the athletes we have. And after that, we slow the game down, we get it back in our favor, and then we go from there.
Okay, thanks, Ellis and Eric. You guys can leave.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Hey,
I'll take it.
We'll take questions for
Thank you.
Coach at this time.
Okay, so the same type of stuff. Assist to turnover ratio is real good.
I didn't see the stats, but we usually that is a focus for us, And I really do think when we play our best, we share the ball real well. We have a lot of guys that can make shots and make plays, and those two guys are our primary playmakers, but they both are very willing passers.
Coach, you mentioned those two guys are your primary, I guess, outlets in terms of scoring and production offensively. How important is it to have that third option? Perdicaris gave you a great lift tonight.
Yeah, no, he was great. And because the kid Udo is such a great shot blocker and so good around the rim, for Adrianos to make those 15 and 17 footers, it drags him away from the basket. And he was really reluctant to go away from the basket, so Adrianos made shots. That was a big key for us being good tonight.
Does it matter necessarily who that is, whether it's Adrianos or whether it's
Brian
Villamon?
Villamon a lot. Sometimes it's Curtis Christian. Sometimes it's Andre Blackwood. Anthony Lassane gave us great minutes and production in the first half. So we have a lot of guys, and I think that's one of the reasons we've been pretty good is we have really good depth.
And where'd you play Bloomfield last year?
At Assumption.
At Assumption.
Yeah.
In first round.
No, second round.
Second round.
Yeah.
Played them 4 times this year, never either one of your gyms, all neutral court games.
Yeah, that's great.
Bridgeport, Bryant.
Yeah, because we can't host, so.
Yeah. No, but I mean, even in the regular season games, you played them at Bridgeport's tournament.
Oh, that's
at
right,
Bryant's
Bloomfield?
tournament. Yeah, your
that's
4
right.
games against them were all been on neutral court sites.
Yeah, that's right. This is this the first time we beat them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're 1-3 now. I had one question for you. This is kind of an off-the-cuff question, not much to do with the game, but are you a little surprised that the 2 Manchester schools here lost, and you're like kind of carrying the banner now for the state of New Hampshire, and what was all 3 teams making it for the first time since '96?
No, I mean, I think anybody can get beaten this, so I wasn't surprised. You know what I mean? I don't know much about Bridgeport, and I've seen St. A's a lot, so, you know, when St. A's went down, that one I was a little surprised because I think St. A's is really, really good.
Yeah.
And I think Southern New Hampshire's been playing great, but I knew Assumption's pretty tough, so those don't really surprise me. If you don't play your best, you're going to lose.